Well, Gary, away performances don't come much better than that, do they?
No, it don't. No, I thought the last 3 games, I know people have been saying, well, how are we going to score goals? And I think we're a group that's, we have our faults, we have our problems, we know that, and sometimes it's going to be like that. We're not going to perhaps do what we need to do or what other people want us to do. But we stick together and we work incredibly hard, and I thought today you saw a hard-working performance, but with the quality on top of it, which we know we've got in attacking positions, and that was the most pleasing thing for me. I said to him today, look, we need to be more clinical in the final third. We need to be a little bit more adventurous, and I think they were mindful of that. Some of the goals were absolutely terrific, weren't they? And the way we counter-attacked and broke. I think if you look at the game as a whole, I think we had something like 30 chances, and I actually, in some ways, I'm disappointed we've only come in and scored 5.
Well, the damage was all done in the first half. It was a really devastating and ruthless performance, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, there was maybe a slightly controversial moment where the referee doesn't send the goalkeeper off for the penalty. But having looked at it again, I think he's probably made the right decision. I don't think he did a lot wrong today. And I think the game in some ways, because of our quality first half, because of coming in 3-0 up and could have been more, I felt as though in some ways, I challenged them at half-time because I said, look, this game's not over. Fulham were 2-0 down against Reading a few weeks ago and ended up winning the game 4-2. So they've got real quality in their ranks, we know that. But I felt the game became too easy for a second half, particularly when they went down to 10 men in the end. And we didn't move the ball well enough across the pitch, and we ended up trying to attack every time, which obviously then, of course, leaves some gaps at the back. And for them to score 2 goals, I'm actually really disappointed with that. But you know, the way we broke and scored, I think, was some real quality today.
Well, you sort of expect Fulham to nothing to lose, to throw everything at you, and when they send somebody on like Matt Smith, it's quite hard to deal with.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he does it really, really well. And I think you've always got a little bit of a dilemma then. Do you stick or twist? Do you push people up against them to stop the ball coming in? But if a ball does come in, you've got less bodies back there to deal with it. And I think with 10 men, you know, there was part of me in Summers thinking, do we just push up against them and stop the ball? And we kind of sort of did half and half for about 10-15 minutes. Like you say, you know they're going to chase it, but of course that then inevitably leaves lots of gaps. I thought the way we exploited the gaps today, you know, we showed them a meeting earlier of where we felt the opportunities were to break. And I think when you see Clayton or Dimmy or Mags or John Torrell up against just 2 defenders, you know that they're going to hurt them, and we did that today.
You did push forward and get a 4th and a 5th, and how pleased are you for Viv Solomon Otteboy, his first professional goal? It was a great moment for him. Yeah,
fantastic. He's a great kid. You know what, he started a year ago, didn't want to speak to anybody because he's so serious and he's so, and I think yesterday came in the office and had a 10-minute chat with 3 or 4 of the staff. So I think that shows he's getting more comfortable. I think that shows he's getting more confidence around the building. I think you can see that in his performances. He's going to come on sometimes, and sometimes he's going to make mistakes that a young player does. But when you see him score the goal, you know, he runs 60 yards up the pitch. He's so quick, he's so strong, and then to show that composure at the end of it, I thought was absolutely brilliant today. Really pleased for him, and I think that's why we've involved him, because we know what he's got, and he showed a little bit more of that today.
And another win going into an international break in front of a fantastic away support again, who'll be sent home happy.
Oh, they were brilliant, absolutely amazing. And again, that was something we mentioned before the game. Said, listen, you know, you've got 4,000 people out there, send them home proud of something, you know, something they've seen that they're proud of as a team. I'm really pleased, and we seem to enjoy coming to Craven Cottage, don't we? Last year was probably the best we've played away from home, albeit we didn't win the game. Fans were magnificent then, brilliant today as well. I'm sure there'll be 1 or 2,000 thinking it was going to be a nice sunny day walking down the Thames in the morning. It wasn't quite that, was it? But I'm sure we've warmed them up with a performance.